There are hundreds of services you can sell with drop servicing, and on the surface, that sounds like a good thing, but if you're a beginner, it usually creates the opposite problem because you end up stuck trying to figure out what's the simplest, what's the most profitable, and what actually leads to stable recurring income. And while you're deciding, you're completely stuck. You're not making any progress, right? So today, we're going to be solving that because I'm not going to give you the single best service, and I'm not going to dump a ton of theory on you. Instead, I'm going to walk you through the best drop servicing agency ideas for beginners, what the services actually are, and most importantly, who is already buying them. Because since 2015, I've seen the same pattern repeat in my own agencies and across thousands of people trying to build theirs. Most don't fail because they're lazy, unmotivated, or doing things wrong. They fail because they start with a service that was never a good place for them to start. So by the end of this video, you'll have something to sell and a niche to sell it to. And if you haven't already, don't forget to check out the free 2-hour training linked in the description below this video, because that will give you the 3 steps to actually getting started with this. I'm going to show you the 3 steps to getting your first sales with whatever service that you choose from this video here. So check that out. But other than that, let's get into it. First up, we have LinkedIn lead generation for B2B SaaS. Now, this is one of the fastest ways for beginners to get their first sales. B2B SaaS companies depend on booked sales calls to grow and actually drive revenue. So when pipelines slow, when they're not getting enough leads coming in, everything slows down with it. So that's the demand that you're stepping into with this. These companies already know they need leads. You're just creating systems that do so on autopilot for them. But because the service sits directly next to revenue, they can see how many calls you're booking for them. Results are very visible, and they'll actually be looking at the results you generate for them. So you need to actually get results for clients consistently if you want them to keep paying you month after month. But if you want early momentum and you're comfortable being measured, then this is a really strong place to start because it's a niche that has a lot of money and they have a huge need for the service, so they'll spend a lot on it with you long term. So this option works best for people who want to scale quickly and are willing to perform under scrutiny. But next up, we have cold email outreach for high ticket service providers. So the thing about cold email is that it works when done right, but most companies are doing it completely wrong. Often they have fear around using outbound methods in general, even though they understand the value. They know that it works. So this one is a bit more of a technical setup than LinkedIn lead generation, but it's highly scalable with the right freelancers. And like LinkedIn lead generation, the service of course lives directly next to results. They can see the outcomes that you're generating for them. So client expectations are clear. If calls come in, the relationship is solid, and if they don't, the client won't stick around for long. So this is a good fit for you if you like clear metrics and straightforward accountability, and maybe you have an interest in outbound marketing. And it's easy to sell because the result is obvious and already valued by the niche. So if you want something outcome driven and that can actually lead to clients staying with you month after month, as long as you book calls for them, then this will turn to monthly recurring revenue for you. But this next service is the first one that I ever sold as a drop servicer, explainer video creation for fintech startups. Like most tech companies, financial technology companies are constantly pitching to investors, partners, and enterprise buyers who don't want complexity, they want clarity. So they want to understand the product without thinking too hard, and that's what explainer videos solve. Okay. The great thing about this service is that it's a bit more chill in that you're not responsible for the result, just for creating the asset. So the focus is on creating a good explainer video, which takes pressure off you in comparison to lead gen focus services like LinkedIn and cold email, which we just covered. But the trade-off is that this is project based. So you're delivering assets, not running a monthly system. So you need to be creative with how you get clients to return monthly. But in any case, this is a strong starting service. It's simple to understand, easy to get your first sales if you want high ticket projects without weekly performance pressure. Then the next option is branding for e-com stores. Now, branding in general, and especially in e-commerce, exists for one reason: pricing power. Because when a brand looks premium, trust rises and resistance drops. You might have seen cool brands that you like the look of and they have a premium vibe, so you're willing to spend more on it. And founders understand this instinctively, and that's why they're willing to pay high prices for branding, even when sales are already working, they're driving revenue. But the trade-off here is subjectivity, because there's no clear dashboards or attribution here, no calls being booked like in those previous services. Here it's all around the style, what it looks like. So when the client likes your past work, that's usually going to be a good indicator of when they like your future work. So with this service, you generally want to provide the client with that past work that's really crucial, that they like what you've done in the past, because if they like your past work, they're going to like your future work. So branding can work really well there. And if you like, graphic design, branding, aesthetics in general, then this is going to be a great service for you. You just need to be comfortable operating in a service where clients are going to expect a certain style and they are going to have some subjectivity there. So you need to handle client revisions and expectations very well. Next, we have virtual assistant services for solo entrepreneurs. Now, time is the constraint for this niche. Every task they offload frees up attention for things that can actually move the business forward. So that's why high quality virtual assistance stays in demand regardless of trends. And this service works because it solves friction. Okay, it's not generating a certain result for them necessarily, but it's saving them a ton of time, and they're able to do a lot more with that time, giving them some room to breathe, actually. So the pressure here is really low in terms of you're not getting a certain revenue goal for the client, but you're just taking basic tasks off their hands and automating it for them and being reliable. That's kind of the key here, is reliability. They want to work with a VA that they can trust, and they don't want to replace them with different ones here and there, so you need someone that's long-term. The trade-off is that pricing ceilings are lower than with revenue-linked services, and growth is steadier instead of explosive. But this is a good recurring service if you want simplicity and predictable retention. Then we have email marketing for e-commerce brands. So most e-commerce brands obsess over traffic and first purchases. Very few focus on what happens after. And that's where email marketing fits in, because it doesn't create demand, it just extracts more value from demand that the brand's already paying for. And because the logic is obvious, this service rarely feels risky to owners, especially if you've got good case studies from your freelancers, which you should have. And when email starts contributing consistently to revenue, that's when the client's going to stay with you long term, because your email marketing is generating revenue. This is close to revenue, but the revenue is not dependent on you, because of course they're typically going to be getting all of their sales from advertising or organic methods, and then you're just turning those existing clients into more sales. So it makes things easier for you in that way, where you're not handling all of the aspect of getting new buyers coming in. You're just helping them earn more from their current buyers, which is much, much easier to do. LinkedIn content marketing for C-suite executives. Now, this niche already knows it should be visible on LinkedIn. That's not the problem. The problem is that being active never feels urgent enough for them to sit down and actually be posting on LinkedIn. So this service works because it removes the friction. So you're basically just helping the executive build their credibility over time by being consistently visible with your posting on LinkedIn. So it's a strong option if you want predictable retention, minimal stress. You can't charge as much with the service, but the clients that want it will stick with you long term because they have the money to spend and they want to be active on LinkedIn without actually doing it themselves. Next, we have YouTube channel management for infopreneurs. Now, very few infopreneurs like running a channel. They're usually fine at coaching or recording course videos, but when it comes down to anything involved in organic content like YouTube, planning, editing, publishing, consistency, it just becomes friction fast. And what makes the service work is that most infopreneurs already have a system in place for generating revenue. They're running ads, they're selling courses, coaching, PDFs, whatever it may be, but YouTube isn't their core engine yet. It's an amplifier. It helps with lead nurturing rather than lead generation typically, especially in the beginning. And that means expectation is different. As long as content gets created and posted consistently, then clients are typically satisfied. They're not obsessing over every single upload, and they're thinking of long-term leverage. So this is a good fit for you if you want recurring work without daily performance pressure to get a certain result, and it rewards organization and consistency more than optimization or creative breakthroughs. Google Ads for local businesses. When someone searches on Google, they're already in buying mode, and that intent is hard to compete with. Most local business owners understand this. They just don't know how to run ads without wasting money. So they outsource, they hire people to handle those ads for them, and you generate leads to them. Now, this is a service where you are going to be tied directly to results. So you want to have freelancers to have great case studies, but it's very easy to find this niche, to reach this niche and sell the service to them. So that's the great thing about it. Of course, they are going to have expectations. You're going to need to get results for them, but you can solve that just by getting freelancers that have great case studies in local niches like lawyers, contractors, dentists, whatever it may be. These types of niches rely on leads, and great leads come from Google Ads because these are high intent leads. People that are actually Googling this to get results. So if you're into advertising, this is a great option for you. Very easy to find this niche and sell this to them. AI system development for customer service. So this is the kind of service that people underestimate because nothing dramatic happens when it's working. Most businesses don't lose customers because the product is bad. They lose them because responses slow down, messages pile up, and support feels distant. So the issue is that they don't have the time. They don't have a massive team to handle all of this inbound questions and messages coming in. So having an AI assistant handle that for them in an intelligent way can be a powerful tool for them to save time in their business, lower their costs, and increase revenue over time as well. So once it's set up, the work disappears. There's no daily optimization loop or consistently testing and tweaking. Once it's working working, it's working. And you're not building advanced AI systems, you're just setting up simple response flows for common questions and handoffs for edge cases when they need to actually talk to a human support team. So that means if you're someone who wants leverage without constant attention, this service works because the value stays in place even when you step away, and it gets quieter over time. And you can add additional upsells to this very easily, like an actual support team, actual VAs handling it. Appoint setting and closing for coaches. So this service sits directly between interest and revenue. You essentially become the sales system for the coach. So because this service touches revenue directly, expectations are immediate, like with cold email and LinkedIn lead gen. So clients don't care how hard you work, they care what results you're driving for them with the service. So it's very, very lucrative in that you can charge a lot of money for the service, but what comes with that is the expectation of results. So you're going to need to get great results for your clients, and that just comes from finding freelancers, finding salespeople in this case, that can close deals, that have a proven track record, and bringing them in and building that team to handle the client's calls. And that way you can drive a lot of revenue and a lot of results, but you do need to be comfortable with that. And because of that pressure, not everyone wants to do the service, but it's very, very profitable. There's not too much competition, and there's a lot of great niches in this one. Then we have funnel building for influencers. So this service exists because attention doesn't automatically turn into money. Influencers aren't great marketing gurus or something. They don't really know how to turn their viewers into sales. They're really good at generating traffic, that part solved, but what they need is a funnel and a product that turns that attention into revenue. But the value here isn't building pages or writing copy, it's building the overarching offer and stages of the funnel that takes strangers to paying customers. So this is a really good fit for you if you're comfortable thinking in terms of systems, you're interested in marketing and funnels, and you're happy to build these types of things out. So the leverage isn't in doing more work with this one, it's really just creating a clean path so the traffic produces results. 3D rendering for architects and real estate developers is a project-based service where you create realistic visuals for buildings before they're built. So decisions can be made without relying on drawings or imagination, and the best niche here is mid to large real estate developers and architecture firms, because they constantly need approvals, they've constantly got projects, funding or pre-sales from people who can't interpret plans and won't move forward without clarity. So you're selling that clarity. You sell the service by positioning it as a decision tool, not a design extra, and it helps investors and buyers say yes faster by showing them exactly what they're agreeing to, which makes it very easy to justify the cost and keeps the work contained to a clear start and finish point. Reputation management for aesthetic medicine clinics focuses on monitoring, controlling, and responding to online reviews and public perception, because trust is what patients are really buying. I don't know about you, but if someone's poking around on me, I would want to trust them first, right? So the best cosmetic clinics and med spas need this service because they need to make sure they have a great reputation online, and it helps them get bookings fast. So the service is very easy to sell because this is something that all of these clinics need. This niche needs this service. So you're essentially just coming to them with case studies that your freelancer provides you of typical results that you can generate, and helping the clinic go through that process of building up their reputation online using their existing clientele. And usually it's just about building systems for getting reviews posted from real clients. You're not selling fake reviews or anything like that. Local SEO for law firms. So the thing with lawyers is they need leads, but most people when they're searching for a lawyer don't scroll far in organic results. So local SEO exists to hold that ground, to keep them ranking high. And the great thing about this niche is they have a lot of money and they need to appear high on Google, and now they need to appear in things like ChatGPT when people are searching for a local law firm. This is a service that is old school in terms of SEO, but it's going to be blowing up now that we have generative engine optimization. So, now we need to actually optimize results in these AI things, okay? So it's getting more and more complex, but it's creating a lot more opportunity for us. And the thing with lawyers is they have a lot of money, they need the service, they need to be appearing, especially locally, when somebody has an issue that they need solved. So because they have that need and they have the money to spend on it, it's a very easy niche to sell to. Lawyers make a lot of money, so they're a good source of sustainable revenue. So now you've got some good service and niche combinations, but picking the right service is really only half of the equation. Even the best service on this list won't matter if you don't know how to get clients consistently once it's chosen. So in the next video, I'm going to break down my exact system for how I get clients. And if you want to shortcut this completely, I've put together a free training that walks you through the 3-step system for building a drop servicing business from scratch and getting your first sales. Choosing the service, positioning it correctly, handling the marketing, duplicating those sales into more sales, growing the business overall, but especially giving you the templates to get started. So go through, check that out. Otherwise, start with next video on your screen, and I'll see you in the next one.